One tribe, together we vibe. Good energy, high vibration, great conversation is what we provide. I am your boy, Ballin' Boy Trey. This is the Good Folk Podcast. And today we got a special guest joining us, comedian Ash the Barber. How you doing, Queen?
Good. How are
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Glad to have you here joining us today.
you? Good. Glad to be here.
So, people that don't know you, let everybody know who you is and where you from.
I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama. Everybody know me as a comedian here, and I'm also a local barber. Actually been voted Birmingham's best barber of the year 3 times in a row. And I'm also a female ambassador for all female barbers here, appointed by the Barber Commission themselves. So.
Wow. Okay. So now your name makes sense. Comedian and barber. So you do comedy and you also a barber.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to start with the comedy first, right? So how did you get started doing comedy?
I got started doing comedy just by trying something new. I wanted to just release some stress and things that was going on in my life, and I just started going to some open mics and stuff like that. And my clients always said that I had like a presence, like I always made them laugh. And I started going to open mics around here in Birmingham, and then people said that I was funny. Start booking shows. You know, I done been to the Start On, Perfect Note, Laughing Skull in Atlanta, Georgia. Had a show in Chicago. Like I've just been all around and just comedy. I just been doing it for about 7 years now.
So, okay. So you say you're originally from Mobile.
I'm originally from all time.
When you started doing comedy, did you start in Mobile?
I started here in Birmingham.
You started in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
So how much time did you spend in Mobile before you transitioned to Birmingham?
I'm born and raised in Mobile. Been there all my life. So, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you
came here in Birmingham in 2009.
Oh, so you currently stay in Birmingham, or you back still in
I stay in
Mobile?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, how did you know you was funny?
My clients told me I was funny.
Wow. So you've been making people laugh for a long time.
Yeah. Just a funny person. Like, it's just natural. I don't be trying to be funny sometimes. People just, they laugh with me, not at me.
Gotcha. So when you first performed, like, you're in front of crowd, like, what was your what feeling did you get when people can make, like, you can make me laugh, you can make a group of us laugh, but when you got in front of a crowd, did it still just naturally fluently came out?
I think it's natural for me because I just like people, and I've always worked with the general public. So I mean, it didn't really bother me. Like I can get in any type of audience, whether black, white, whatever type of crowd, I can just adapt to it. So. Yeah, so my first performance actually was at the Stardome.
Oh, really? A lot of people come to the Stardome. I went and I saw what's the dude name? Da Vinci when he was at the Stardome. I'm trying to catch my boy man, what his name? Man, the little light skinned dude, man.
Light skinned dude.
Damn,
his name
Brooke. No, Brooke. He knew.
He knew?
Yeah, man. Look,
you talking about Jack? Jack too funny? When he from Detroit?
I don't know where you from. He
you talking about
Mojo.
Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks. Yeah, him.
I know him.
Yeah, him. Yeah. I'm trying to go see him, but I think he come down here in December, I think.
Yeah, he's real funny.
Yeah, he do. That dude, he cool, man. So like, who was one of your favorite comedians that you like looked up to?
Adele. I like the old school comedians. Adele, some more, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. Like I like the old school. Some of the new ones I like Miss Pat, Alisa D. I like Jack too funny. He's real funny. Like he just like naturally funny. Those are some of the newer people that I like. So yeah,
it's like new school, old school. They new, but they got that old school comedy though. Like what's his name? You just said Sadiq.
Sadiq Ali.
Yeah. Funny dude, man. He tells some crazy stories.
Yeah, but he talk about his life.
Yeah,
that's mostly what I do when I do comedy. I talk about my life, and people be like believing like it's not true. I'm like, this stuff be happening to me, like, and I could just sit down and tell you a story, and it's comedy. It's funny.
So you think that's how you got
I'm a storyteller.
introduced to the comedy, like through your life experiences?
Life experiences, yeah.
And does it make it easier to like perform when you're doing like a show?
Yeah, it's easier. It's easier to perform because, you got different genres with comedy. You got comics, you got punchline comics, and you got storytellers. Like, if you ever really notice, um, what's his name is a storyteller. Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, they're storytellers.
Facts.
So then you got your punchline comedians, like the newer comedians to me are more like punchline comedians. You know what I'm saying? Not
yeah.
more so as storytellers. So you really just got to find your genre and you got to find your audience. And once you find your niche, then that makes it easier for you to get on stage and then just do your own thing.
So how did you find your niche?
I found my niche in the barbershop, and you learn how to talk crap in the barbershop.
That's where all the comedians didn't find.
Yeah, you have to either you gonna sink or swim in the barbershop. And I had to learn that early on when I first started barbering. Learn how to talk crap right with them guys. So
it's crazy, like
yeah.
So being in now, if you like, you can make anybody laugh, but being able to entertain a group of guys and they actually take you serious, that's kind of challenging. Cause
it's very challenging. As a woman at that, because most of the time when they see a barber that looks like me, they're not going to take me seriously for real. But I kind of make my mark here in Birmingham, Alabama, with the guys and just in the barber industry, period. They didn't know I'm no nonsense person, but they know I'm also down to earth and easy to get along with, too. So, yeah. And I just learned how to, in the barbershop, you got to be able to talk crap with people. You got to be able to be quick with it and resourceful. When you're in the barbershop.
Nah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, you got it down pat.
Right.
You got it down pat. So when you're at work, do you come up with a lot of your work at work? Like when you're in the barbershop, as far as like your comedian side? Like,
yeah, I get a lot of my like you talking about like my set or my jokes or something like that. Yeah, I get a lot of from being in the barbershop and like some of my life experience stuff that I go through at home outside of the barbershop too. Like everybody talk about me because I got like 15 jobs. You know what I'm saying?
So
I cut hair. I cut hair. I work for FedEx. I do taxes. You know what I'm saying? I'm a advocate for special needs. My son, he's special needs. Like I do a lot of stuff outside, and I do a lot of community work too, doing free haircuts and stuff in the park. So yeah, I got my hands in a lot of things. So a lot of people, they call me a Jamaican. They say, you got all these jobs, you're a Jamaican.
How you juggle all that?
I don't know. I'm a high energy person, and I just do it. Like I feel like if it's for me to do it, God calls me to do it, then I'm able to do it.
Absolutely. So you mentioned working with special needs kids. What's that like? Because I know that you have to have a lot of patience with that.
You have to have
a
lot of patience, and you got to know your rights as a parent, and that's one of my biggest things that I kind of help parents know what their rights are and what resources are out there for their kids, because a lot of people don't know a lot of resources that are out there for our kids, Yeah.
So you help parents like that that struggle with getting what they need to be able to help their child with their that's interesting, because there's a lot of kids that parents are young, that dealing with that type of stuff, that don't know how to address it.
And a lot of kids go on the radar and, they're pushed to the side. Oh, Lord, shit, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
Okay. A lot of kids go under the radar and get pushed aside, especially in our public school system, because a lot of the public schools don't have the resources and have the education for those kids. But they have those kids in that school, and believe it or not, those schools get money and grants for those students to have their school modified for those children. And a lot of them don't use that money for that.
So that's the stuff that they just keep hidden, that information right there.
And then you got a lot of students that are failing. They don't know how to read it. I've seen kids go all the way up to the 5th grade without knowing how to read, and just kept passing them because of their age. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing they want to do is put the kids on medicine, not getting them tested. And I've had experience with my son, one of my oldest children. The school almost tried to like threaten me to say that they were gonna go over my head to have my son prescribed medicine, and my son didn't have any type of disabilities whatsoever. He was just young in the second grade
Energetic.
and high energy. Like boys, they have to grow out of that type of stuff, and they're very quick to put young black boys on Ritalin and medicine.
How do they feel like that? Your child needs a medication
Because the teacher is not resourceful. She don't know how to redirect that student into something else for them to get their attention. They don't know some of those kids are gifted and they probably get done with their assignment quicker than the other kids, and then they bored, so they gonna act out because they ain't got nothing else to do.
And they kids, so it's like they're gonna be a kid anyway.
They're gonna be a kid. Right?
What you think is the biggest struggle in the school system now when it comes to helping these kids?
I feel like the biggest struggle to helping the kids right now, especially the younger kids that's coming out of school that y'all see with so many mental health issues, is that the mental health, the schools don't have the resources and they don't know the direction to go with these children. And that's very scary because the kids that are coming out now, they're so young and they don't really know who they are as a person, and they think that something's wrong with them. You know, they just need guidance. They need mental health. They need not just to put them in jail or put them on medicine. They need actual help. They need to know that somebody out there actually cares about them. Because most of the young people that I talk to, they say that don't nobody care about them.
Yeah. Do you think that comes from like the household?
Mm-hmm. Also, the household plays. We got a lot of younger parents now.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And then I can't even blame them because hey, their parent probably was young and they didn't know what to do either. So.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, like you said, they point towards two resources like jail or medication.
That's it.
And they don't take the time to understand that these kids really need help.
Mm-hmm.
And the type of help and providing that they need is something that the school and the board of education can help with outside of what the parents doing as well, because they always blaming on, well, the parents this, the parents that. But what are the board of education doing to help these children understand and to be able to move forward in life at this level, but knowing that they're no different from any other?
That's right.
Because, you know, they tend to kind of treat them differently from average kids, and really they're all kids. So what was it like just being in an environment like that, knowing that everybody wasn't, that they was against what should have been done the right way?
It's very hard. I've had to actually fight the board of education myself on my own. I had to take my son out of school because of some things that they weren't doing, like modification, like as for getting railing and stuff for him to walk and hold on to, and handicap parking and things like that. Like it's really hard, and it's really just discouraging, especially if you don't have anybody just standing behind you and you're just doing it yourself. Like you got to that's why I'm trying to start this organization myself and just try to get a group of people, let people know, especially parents, that there is somebody out there that cares and that can help you.
Absolutely. Do you think more parents need to step forward in like trying to push this narrative?
They do need to push this narrative, but I mean, you know, you always get people saying, back in the day, we used to do this and we used to do that, but that was back in the day. And these times, we have so many different things now, like technology. You got Facebook, bullying, and stuff like that. Like kids, they can get targeted in any kind of direction. You know what I'm saying? It's way different from when I grew up, even probably when you was growing up. Like it's so many different things
everything
now.
changed.
So we can't really go about how the older people used to parent. It's totally different.
Exactly. And I feel like that parents don't understand how growing with the generation is a major impact to teaching these kids. And also that, like, we didn't have the internet back then, so it wasn't cyberbullying. We didn't learn about that until, like, generations ahead. And now that's probably the most aggressive bullying now, is more than anything, because everybody got access to it. Everybody has that rush to say whatever they want to hurt innocent people's feelings, and that leads to like major mental health issues that
it really does.
Kids and adults struggle with.
Right. Especially if they don't have no type of structure, strong background foundation at home, then I feel like that's something that can really hurt a child or even an adult.
Absolutely. So how long have you been like working with the board education with these kids?
Since my son was born on this earth, he is 16 years old.
Wow, so it's been 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
What changes have been made since then versus now? Like since then versus now?
Now they put pairs in the schools now to help kids like Ashton. They used to just have like a student to help another student, but now they actually have like pairs and aides to come in and help special needs kids like throughout the day. They didn't have that before in schools. Yeah.
So how long that took for them to just to get that?
From my eyes, from 16 years, I want to say about 5 years. It's been 5 years now since they've had this resource.
Wow.
And they used to have the kids on the bus with the same kids. Now they have their own bus now for kids. It's a lot of things that's changed over the 16 years. With disabilities rights and special needs kids, even with kids that are on the spectrum.
So is it other like
Curriculum?
yeah, activities for those kids?
Yeah, they didn't used to have modification PE for kids with disabilities. They would just let them sit on to the side while the other kids had PE. So now they're implementing different modifications in PE so they can also participate as well with their peers instead of having them in one classroom all day.
Yeah, I think that.
And see, that's another thing that some parents don't know. You can fight. You don't have to have your child sit in a classroom all day. You know, you can have it on their IEP where they can be with amongst their peers as well, not sit in the classroom all day.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of things I didn't know when it came to that. Honestly, because
you gonna have this whole interview with me talking about this.
Oh no! It's just like
I'm very passionate about that subject. So
yeah. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And just for information, information purposes that people that don't know. You get what I'm saying? But I'm gonna shift it with a little bit. Because I have.
That's why you like see a lot of school shooters and stuff. Like some of those kids that's doing that, like they like on the spectrum, like they go past the school system and nobody never knows that something's going on with them.
Yeah, and that's wild. Yeah. Like, wow. Because they really, like, blame the kid. Like, no, this is a kid. It's crazy. So when did you start, when did you become a barber?
I've been a barber since the 90s, man. Like 98. Like it's in my family. Like everybody, like I have a cousin that's a barber. My uncle's a barber. My aunts and aunties, they all hairstylists. And my mom's just a hairstylist, cosmetologist. Like it's just always been in my family.
It's just like a family tradition.
I started off in cosmetology though. And then once I saw my uncle, who's a master barber, in his shop in Mobile, Alabama, he was cutting hair and getting that money quick, and he didn't have it like how the stylist or the woman got to sit in the chair. She got to look at, we didn't have the internet. We had like the little books, Hype magazine and the hair magazines, and you look in, they tell you they want their hair like Halle Berry, and you got to try to sit there and put some hair on somebody's head that don't have no hair. So when I saw that my uncle, he didn't have to go through all that cutting men's hair, I was like, man, I want to be a barber. I ain't finna be no hairstylist.
So you think that's what led you to cut hair?
It did. It really did. It really did. Yeah, and it was more resourceful for me as being a special needs mom, and I was able to have a more flexible schedule as well. Because a lot of the jobs, 9-to-5s that I was having, they didn't understand that I had a sick child at home, so I was losing a lot of regular jobs.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that because, like, you say you juggle so many things, and I feel like that is because of the balance with having a special need kid that needs a lot of attention, and a lot of people not understanding to those type of things. But when you have a kid like that, and most people don't deal with that to understand that, like, this is a high priority for me, so I have to be here to do these type of things.
Right.
But being a barber, it's very flexible because you really in control of everything. And your uncle,
his name is Eugene Hill. And he had a shop out in Mobile, Alabama, off of, they call it the Square in Mobile. And that's where they had the Mardi Gras and stuff like that, too. But he taught me everything I know. My auntie, they taught me how to, like, on the hair side, Faye Chambers. And Eugene Hill is one of the people that led me into doing barbering.
Okay.
My uncle. Yep.
So before, but who led? So you say, okay, when you start doing hair first. So,
Cosmetology.
so you went. So do you ever wanted to do like anything else other than like cosmetology?
Actually, when I went to college at Bishop State Community College in Mobile. I started off in criminal justice.
You did a major transition. Hey, yeah.
I did. I started off in criminal. I wanted to be a lawyer.
So what happened with that?
I don't know. It was just like my uncle was talking to me. He was like, "You don't want to be a lawyer. Lawyers are legal thieves. They're legal. They're liars." And and at that time, and he was just really pushing me not to do it. And I think I got kind of like discouraged. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this. Like,
And they kind of deterred you away from
yeah,
it.
he kind of deterred me away from
I
it.
I could see you being a lawyer though.
I know everybody say I look like 12.
Yeah, I can see.
Like, you look like 12. That's how I got the part in the movie because I look like the police.
So okay, that's crazy. Cause I'm gonna get to that, but before I get to that, you want to be a lawyer,
I did.
and you got discouraged because they was pushing basically like that's not really something you wanted.
Yeah.
But the influence, I feel like if you would have pushed, if you would have pushed through it being a lawyer, would you think you'll be where you at today?
I don't think so.
You don't think you will work because this was before the board of education and all that. So you really were just beginning your career path then, and you steered away from that to becoming hairstylist, barber, and that's it's crazy because it's like that transition just
It's a major transition.
yeah.
I know, yeah.
But it also it's crazy because it's like you still you still have that community where if you would because like hairstylists, barbers, you know who head you doing. You know what I'm saying? So you still have that community of people.
Yeah, you do. Barbers and hairstylists, they play a major part in the community. Like, we're the first ones to hear the problems and the things that goes on in families and stuff like that. We're the doctors. We're diagnosing wingworms and all type of stuff. Like, yeah, we're the first person that hears this before the doctors, actual doctors. And believe it or not, back in the day, that the barbers were the doctors back in the day. That's where you get the red, the blue, and the striped pole from, because the doctors, the barbers back then actually performed surgeries. Back in the day, the history.
I ain't know that. That's probably before my time. Though. But
that's where you get the stripe. It's the blood and veins.
Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy. A lot of history with you. I see. I'm learning a lot of history. But Fire Lil Penguins. So you say you play a police, right?
I played Detective Hawthorne.
Oh, you play detective. So you got a firm role.
I have a firm role. Like, she is by the book. She don't take no crap. Like, that's her.
So how did you come across that role?
I saw Devontae. He does like the prescription glasses and whatever, and I went up to him and he was doing my glasses, and I don't know what led to me. I was just talking to him and he just had this aura, and I said, I feel like I know you from somewhere, or like, what do you do? And besides this, and he told me that he was a rapper. And he told me that he does movies and film, and I said, oh, okay. And I said, well, I'm a comedian. I do comedy or whatever. I said, I've been wanting to get into acting or whatever, but I said I've never really did it or whatever. I said I do skits and stuff like that online, but I ain't really did no acting. And he told me to audition for a part. They needed some more people for the movie. And I was like, okay. And I really didn't care what part he gave me. I just wanted to be a part of it. I don't care if I was the janitor walking by, sweeping in the movie in the background. It really didn't matter to me. But I sent in my audition tape, and he was like, it took a while for him to get back with me. I was nervous. I was like, I must ain't get it. Like, what did I do?
Yeah.
I said, I probably ain't got the look. I'm probably too old. I probably this and that. Everything was going to my head. But then he finally contacted me back and told me I had landed the role not only did I landed the role, but I landed the role as the detective in the movie, like one of the main characters.
And it's crazy, right? Because you did what you was aiming for in the beginning of your taking out what your career was. A lawyer.
Isn't that weird?
And it circled back around.
It circled back around. God's funny. Crazy. He's real funny.
So I know that was like music to your ears.
Right. I was excited.
When you got the role and you realized you was playing a detective, what was your spirit like?
I was excited. I was so happy. I was telling everybody. And I was like, I'm in a movie. I said, not. They said Tubi movie. I was like, no, Amazon Prime, baby. See? And everybody's like, it's a Tubi movie. And no, it's not a Tubi movie. We on Amazon Prime. Thank you.
See, that's the thing, right? When people think that, like, okay, you in the movie, they automatically think Tubi. Nothing is wrong with
black
Tubi.
People.
Yeah, nothing is wrong with Tubi.
Tubi got some good movies now.
Yeah, I fuck with Tubi. You feel me? But when you find out that you was gonna be on Amazon Prime,
I was like, what? I said, stop lying. He was like, yeah, the movie's on Amazon Prime. I went and looked at it that day. You know, I was like, oh, wow, this is on Amazon Prime.
Did you think that y'all would get picked up?
Huh?
Did you think that y'all would get, did you think that Amazon Prime would pick y'all up?
I did not. I really did not.
That's crazy. Because when, I was like, damn, bro.
Because we had so many. If Devontae hasn't ever told y'all, we had so many obstacles, so many things going on with this movie. We had a couple of people pass away.
Yeah, he definitely. We had
a fire with the stuff getting damaged, and it's just like a lot.
Yeah, he explained when I interviewed him why season 1 was so short, and I was like, man, that shit juicy, bro. I know season 2. I think season 2 gonna really like explode.
It's gonna explode. It's gonna shock everybody. I think it's really good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna put the whole Alabama on the map because we never had it this big.
Right.
That I can remember as far as in the entertainment world. That coming from a place that we grew up and stem from here.
Right.
You know, like I'm not from Birmingham, but
where you from?
I'm from Montgomery.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we ain't too far away from each other.
Right.
And it's just I never been close to something like this. That's my kind, my skin color, speak my language. You know what I'm saying? So just seeing this starting here in Alabama and where it about to go, because when season 2 take off, it's like a whole nother way it finna come through. Right. You know, and how did that make you feel knowing that now we're on Amazon Prime? What else is next to come?
I feel like what else next to come? I don't think there's no limit. There's no limit to what we can do now. Like I feel like this movie is gonna be just the pivotal of other things to come. Like Five Little Penguins is a great movie and it's based on some true stories. Like some of the stories are just kind of like fictional, just to keep people names safe or whatever. But it's a great movie. It has a plot. And it has a lot of things that people go through now. It actually shows us when things go on and crime and stuff go on. It shows you the different aspects from the different people that's involved in it. You know, we don't always see when we see on the news about when somebody's getting shot and getting killed. Yeah. We just see the family. We don't see the police officers, what they go through. We don't see what the sister go through, the church member go through, or the movie's gonna show it to you throughout everybody's eyes, every angle,
and it resonates with today's time.
It does resonate with everything that's going on right now. So I feel like it's coming out at a great timing.
Yeah, I feel like that too though, because like now it's needed. Like, you know, with the world got going on, and then it's like you get so many plots, right? But at the same time, he's still getting us laughter. He's still like he got comedians on there making us laugh, so we getting different moves for every situation, and it's like that's something that never been done before here in that type of light. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. You know, you had old movies, you know what I'm saying? Old actors that probably not here with us today, but it didn't start here. It didn't take here. It probably was like another city.
Atlanta,
Yeah. So to get it from here, there's so many people that can like point out to like, I remember this event. I remember when this took off, or I remember like that dirty cop. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is gonna like really explode in so many ways.
It's gonna explode. It's gonna be good, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. I'm so excited. My family's excited. My son, he didn't even believe me I was in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you.
I was like,
did your kids even eat like?
No, they're not. I have a 25-year-old. He does not believe anything that I'm in the movie. He does not believe it.
That's crazy.
So I just can't wait till it come out so he can see it and so he can be proud.
So even though y'all hear, he still doesn't. He just have like he's gonna be real sharp.
He's just used to me. I'm always doing stuff like as far as comedy, doing shows. He's used to stuff like that. You know, he doesn't see this on a major level than what I'm usually doing, like doing shows and stuff like that, you know, or whatever. But yeah.
That's crazy because
Yes,
it's here. It's here. It's here now, and that is here is about to really catch a lot of people's eyes and attention.
I always think about Friday. When Friday came out, how those comedians that were in Friday and then after Friday, how everybody took off.
For sure. They definitely did, man. And I think this is going to open a lot of opportunity for people that didn't have a career path. You know, because he gave a lot of people opportunities, and then also I think it's going to help people like yourself grow in that in the industry, because like many people probably won't know that, you know, actually criminal justice was your first path.
It was.
And how it circled back around, and now most people probably know you for doing comedy. So when they get all this in one, it's like, wow, this person is special. You get what I'm saying? Because now that they get to see what started from the beginning, and it's ironic because it's like we know her as a comedian, but we getting a detective on the show. But this is what actually first started at. So for your fans, it's going to introduce them to another side of you, which is going to be super crazy because it's like, now I get to follow her here. She can do this. And I think it's just going to go like berserk. Berserk. Do y'all know when season 2 is set to premiere?
It's set to premiere on December 2nd.
Damn, it's my little brother's birthday.
I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, but yeah.
Man, I'm glad you did, because you're the only one. Everybody else didn't want to tell me. They did not.
Oh, we weren't supposed to say it. Oh, Devontae gonna get me.
Nah, he already told me though.
He told you. Okay, yeah.
I just was
it's
trying
supposed to say December 2nd, and I'm so grateful. I'm so elated. And Devontae, he's giving everybody so many opportunities and stuff like that. Like I even had one of my friends come in and be in the background and stuff like that. So she was excited for that. But yeah, I'm excited, and I hope y'all love it like we love it, and I hope y'all see the hard work that we put into it and the sacrifice that we put into it.
Absolutely.
Devontae, he's a praying man. He prays before anything that we do, anything that we touch or whatever, we're praying first, and that's what I like about him. But yeah.
So describe your relationship with Devontae.
What you mean?
Like, you know, versus like how you met him, right? And how you met him in working with him on
my
set.
relationship with Devontae, I cut his son's hair. I'm his son's barber.
Oh, okay. So so that's another connection that y'all have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I cut his son's hair. His wife was saying that she wanted me to cut it and not his uncle, because his uncle pushed Devontae back for so many years. Devontae has to get a bald head, so.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I'm sorry. So she said she don't want the uncle to cut Devontae's hair, so she want me to cut.
We apologize, man.
My bad,
But
yeah, I've been cutting his son's hair. I actually gave his son his first haircut, which was exciting, and he was really good. And he sits still. He's a very, very, very funny little boy. And my relationship with Devontae, it's like if I have anything and I feel down or whatever, he's right there. I can call him. You know, he's praying for you. You know, he's always giving you an encouraging word. I've never heard him say anything negative. Not when I'm around. If he has, I've never heard of it. But yeah,
Good
he's a
brother,
good guy.
man. Good brother. He always in good spirit.
Yeah, and he tells me where he's come from and how he's changed and how he worked to where he is right now. So yeah, that's why I respect him, and I kind of look up to him. You know, being so young, he can do anything. You know, out here, and he's out here helping us. You know, he could hire anybody else. You know, he could hire some professional people to do this movie, but yet he hired us, people who don't even have no acting skills whatsoever.
Exactly.
No background in acting or anything like that. So
yeah, I told him he gotta get me a role in or somewhere.
yeah, you can get you a role.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never act before, but just being around like y'all community as a family, it would make me more comfortable. Like, man, these some good people, man.
Yeah.
Like the energy, the vibration, super high. This would be easy for me. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know, I'm getting auditioned by, you know, I'm going through audition by people I don't know that probably had years of experience in this. I wouldn't feel like an outcast if I'm around people that has experience
everybody makes you feel
and
comfortable.
people that don't have experience.
Right.
So yeah, I told him, man, we got to put something together. So, give me a funny moment on set.
Oh, a funny moment on set is when we were shooting the scene, where we were investigating the crime scene, and it was so cold. It was so cold that day, and we couldn't wear coats or anything like that. And I couldn't wear I have to wear glass. I can't see. Devontae tell you, I wear bifocals. You know what I'm saying? So everybody had glasses on, but my roll call for I can't wear my glasses.
Wow.
So I can't see, and Devontae, he's having to tell me where to stand and whose face this way and all of that type of stuff. Like, that's the most funniest thing. And he was laughing. Everybody was cracking up. And then after between sets, I'm break dancing, trying to warm up, you know, in between takes or whatever. So yeah, that was a funny moment. I love that scene. It was so funny. And they actually caught me. Like, if you go to the Instagram page, you'll see the BTSs of the shooting of some of the scenes. They got me breakdancing in the middle of the street.
That's crazy. So when you was man, like how do you adjust to that? Like the weather and just being out there like that, cause I think it was somebody else. It was one of the other cast members that I had sat down with. And they said the same thing. I think it was Jarvis. Like, man, he had to wear this. You know, the clothes don't match the
clothes we had to wear. Like, it was so cold that day. I was like, you could see the smoke coming out of our mouths. Like, it was just that cold, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. We just made it work. Crazy. Took a little break, then danced or jogged in place or whatever, and we just made it work.
So, how has this opportunity impacted your life so far?
I've met a lot of good people, like you said, the actors and the people that's a part of the movie, not just the actors, like even the people behind the scenes that shooting the scenes and stuff like that. And it's just made me more aware of the gifts that God's blessed me with. Like, I'm sitting on stuff and I don't even know I know how to do. You know, I'm just at home and on stage in front of people and acting a fool. Like, I ain't know I can actually be doing something and getting paid for being an actor, you know. So, yeah, it's giving me different connections with people. You know, I'm trying to get into more roles and more acting scenes. Since the movie, I've been doing more hosting gigs. You know, I've hosted spelling bee for adults theme, like I did comedy shows and stuff like that. Like, I'm getting more opportunities and stuff like that. People see me more now as a professional than they did before.
So it has already opened up other doors, and yet to come. What I was gonna say was, what do you see yourself after all this in 5 more years?
In 5 more years, I hope to be on the big screen somewhere.
Well, I think
with Tyler Perry, though. You gonna take that out? Well, I don't want to be with Tyler Perry. I want to be with somebody like Denzel Washington, if he's still living. You know, he still look good for his age, so I can do like a little love scene or something. I can be his caregiver in the movie or something. I don't know.
So, so do you see yourself like as you saying that, do you see yourself doing more comedy?
I see myself
Or
doing more comedy.
okay,
I don't know why, because it just comes natural to me.
yeah,
But I don't know. Like I said, God works in mysterious ways. Just like I did the criminal justice. Now I'm playing a role. He might have me in more movies. So, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So when you got your script and you read it, right? Like how long? Cause you come from a comedian world.
It was very hard for me to be serious. I was laughing, and I said, "Actually, you're not supposed to be smiling during the scene." And I'm
Yeah,
smiling. He's like, "You're not supposed to be smiling. You're supposed to be serious." And I was like, "Okay." And I just kept smiling because like we're pretending like it's something on the ground. There's nothing on the ground. And in my mind, I'm like, "It's nothing on the ground. Like, what are we looking at?" And so I'm laughing, and it's coming out on the scene. So
that's
so
crazy.
it was hard for me to like be serious, like play a serious role because I always been
Yeah.
doing
And
comedy.
you got a very serious role. Like
Yeah.
you're a detective. It's
Right.
no play.
No play.
But you looking at it's like, cause you come from a joking world. Everything is almost like a joke. You know what I'm saying? Cause you making people.
I
laugh.
always find laughter in everything.
So
I try to.
how did you adjust with that role by being yourself?
I went and believe it or not, I went and I watched a lot of CSI. What's that other one? What's that? Dun, dun, dun. What is that?
Law and Order.
Law and Order. I watched a lot of that. Like I was just trying my best to just trying to find. Like I watched one. I don't know what movie it was with Nina Long when she played a detective. I watched her and just like try to look at how they, their persona and their body movements and stuff like that to try to get that serious detective vibe.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. It worked. He said I did really good. I was like, really? So
Yeah. So what you think helped you the most with playing that role as a detective?
What helps me most? My cast members. My cast members helped me a lot. Like if I forgot a line or something like that, they were like, I said, oh, okay. Like they mouthing it like to me. So
Yeah.
so my cast members, they like really encouraging and real helpful. Like I enjoy everybody. Like so.
So during the casting process, you said you was a little bit nervous, right? When you did get the call and you realized that like I'm gonna be starring in something bigger than what I'm doing now, did that ever give you motivation that this could work for my comedy as well as giving me something new to look forward to in the entertainment industry?
It did. It gave me something new to look forward to besides just comedy. And like I said, I always look at that movie Friday, how all the comedians were in there, and that was like their first major role like in that movie. And I think everybody took off except for Felicia. I don't know why, but yeah,
That's crazy.
she don't want to do anything else.
I ain't think about that.
But yeah, I'm loving this because I feel like it's gonna open doors for me to do other things besides just comedy. But comedy is like my passion, and barbering is my passion. Barbering is my ministry, so that's the main thing.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How did you find your love as a barber?
Just them being people. Like I love people. I like talking to people. I like the community. Like I'm just a server at heart. Like I'm a servant after the heart of God. That's just me. I like to serve.
Also, too, if you could give me a difference between, but it stems under the same category because a stylist is a stylist, whether you're a barber or a hairstylist, right? But what's the difference between doing a woman's hair versus cutting a man hair in that category as a stylist? Like what would be some of the differences that people might quite not understand?
Barbering versus cosmetology.
Yeah.
Cosmetology involves a lot more chemicals. Barbering, we using a razor. We using we have to know the structure and the make of the head. Like when you go to school, you have to learn that. We have to learn the texture of the hair, the hair follicle, and how it grows. With cosmetology, not so much. They don't have to really learn how to use a razor. They don't have to learn how to use a clipper. Let's see. I don't think they do anything as far as like that. I think we did learn how to do the hair follicle in cosmetology. But barbering is you don't use chemicals. You're not supposed to. If y'all out there using chemicals,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to, and you're not supposed to be using hair color, which I see a lot of barbers be using enhancements.
I think a lot of the new wave barbers you definitely use enhancements.
But a lot of that stuff is based on the cosmetology. But that's when you get master barber. When that comes into play, you're able to use chemicals and stuff like that, relaxers and stuff like that. If you have like a cosmetology background or whatever, you can go get your master barber license to do stuff like that.
Oh, so a master barber license is different from just a regular barber license. It's more experiences as a stylist.
Yep.
More so than just a barber, which is just cutting hair, basically.
Cause that's what my uncle did. My uncle he was doing women's hair and he was cutting men's hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's why you say he was a master barber.
He was a master barber, yes sir.
I didn't ever know that. I thought like because you had your barber license that you was just a barber. I didn't know anything of like master and barbering, and from that standpoint, because I just feel like barber, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's different rankings.
Yeah, it is. I learned that today.
Yeah, you start off as a journeyman. Actually, when you first get your license, you're a journeyman. And then after you're a journeyman, you become barber. Then after barber, you can be an instructor or you can be a master barber. Like, it's different levels.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you for coming through today.
Yes,
sir. This is a busy weekend. You see Magic City Classic today.
Oh, yeah.
So everything wide open, traffic crazy.
You going to the Classic?
Nah.
You're not going?
Nah,
I was invited. I was supposed to go and tailgate, but I'm like, I don't want to do all that walking.
I would, though, because I'm an ASU fan, as you know, from Montgomery anyway, so I ain't got no choice. I'm with the Hornets. You feel me? So, I might just pop out, you know what I'm saying? Just show out my little gear. I got, my ASU gear. Let them know, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't doing really too much, man. Crowd. I don't really like crowds, so man, mix all that. But before we go, you can let everybody know where they can find you at, how they can reach you, with your social media and things of that nature.
My social media is comedian Ash the THA Barber, and it's on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram. I think Instagram is probably gonna be Beautiful Barber and Baby. If you type in comedian Ash the Barber, it should still come up. But I'm on everything. I even have a website at barberandbabe.com where you can go look up and make an appointment. So, yeah, Twitter. I ain't got Twitch. I don't even know what that is.
That's streaming. That's for young
I ain't got
generation.
that yet. But yeah, Twitter. Also, I have a YouTube channel, and it's also under Beautiful Barbering Babe. Babe is BAB, and Babe stands for Be a Blessing Every Day.
That's dope. Well, there y'all have it. I am your boy, Ballin' Boy Trey. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And we out. One time before we leave. One tribe, together we vibe. Good energy, high vibration, great conversation is what we provide. Thanks.